athletic. He throws 90 to 97. He's got a good curveball. And I would have spent a lot of dollars on him in the international market. But there was a snafu with him being brought to the States, not being a resident of another country, etc., etc. So he was declared having to go into last year's draft. Last minute, they said, no, he's not eligible. So we couldn't do anything really with Onoki last year. This year, he had to go through the draft this year. Wasn't able to sign as a free agent. So he was pitching here locally in a beer league, I guess is what I call it, a men's league, whatever. You know, I know it's guys a little younger than me like to go have a beer after the game or whatever. But he was pitching out there, and boy, bless his catcher. He was a guy like me that probably works somewhere all week and has to go catch this guy. It was tough for him. But we still kept on him. And we watched him pitch, and then so we took a flyer on him in the third round. And I think Onoki's had two outings. He started in Rancho, went 2 innings, struck out 4, was 90 to 95, and then the next outing in Double-A, went 3 innings and struck out 7. And he definitely has major league ability and a chance to be a good major league pitcher. Yes.
Hey Logan, can you talk about the difference between scouting a guy like Paco Rodriguez pitching in the SEC against college arms, or against college guys, versus scouting Ethan Martin or Clayton Kershaw?
Oh, it's a great question. It's one of the toughest things to do in scouting. I mean, there's no question, and we're very. The one thing that I'm going to use every tool we can use to help us make the right decision in drafting. And like I said, we're not going to be perfect. It's kind of like a hitter hitting. You know, you hit 300, you're a good hitter. You hit 200, you're not so good. And scouting's the same way. But we look at statistics a lot. It helps me a lot when I see a guy that pitched at a major university like Florida. We see him, we evaluate his mechanics and everything else, his pitches and all that, but yet we have a better comparison of like competition that he's playing against. Makes it an easier call for us sometimes to say, you know what, this guy's going to do this. So there is a comfort factor, and I think that's why you have a lot of teams that say they would rather draft the college player, because the high school player is very difficult. You go to, you go see Clayton Kershaw. I'm going to tell you, Clayton Kershaw looks easy right now. I'm not saying I don't want to pat ourselves on the back, but it's not always that easy. You go see him, he's hit those one off the backstop. Curveball's not very good that day, one in the dirt, this and that. And the competition they face sometimes not very good. I mean, I saw Kershaw pitch a complete game, 5-inning, perfect game, strike out all 15 guys and hit a home run. But I don't think anything, no disrespect to Clayton, none of those guys probably even played college ball. So it's challenging, but hopefully we've done it enough and we've got enough background in it that we can make those adjustments going from one ballpark to the other. We also like to have workouts, things like that. We have one in the East, one in the Midwest, one in the West, where we get these guys together, get to know them, talk to them, see them, all that to help us make a better decision. Yes?
Hey, Logan, you guys have 3 against 1.